Hello, 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 and welcome to our conversation today, which will be about youth, our love, and instant gratification. So, I have talked about these themes separately, but not all at once. So, this video will relay my perspective on each of these things. So, youth, time is of the essence. We don't know how much time we have, and so it's always best to be as productive as we possibly can with what we are given in the present moment. Instead of focusing on the past or worrying about the future, we focus our attention on what we are doing right here, right now, and going from there. So, youth, you only have so much of your youth, and I think what you do in these years really make who you are. And that what contributes to that would be your friend group, your habits, your thought patterns, your activities, your hobbies, all of these things influence your adult life in the future as well. So that is one, our youth. We don't know how much time we have on this planet, so make the most out of it. Be aware of what you are doing. Um, and I'm not saying be perfect. That's never the message that I'm trying to aim for. My message is really just be conscious. Be conscious of what you are partaking in, your activities, all of this, your speech, the people you hang out with. Just be aware. And because awareness is the first step, and then we can correct and find things that we like better or what we don't like through these experiences. So, being conscious of our time, how we are using it is very important. Who are we are spending our time with? I will say this until I'm like red in the face. This is very important, especially in our youth, because this time helps create who we are. Um, Basically, I think the statistic is by the age that like you're like 35 or something, who you are as a person, like your personality and your habits are pretty much like set in at the age that you're 35. So I think that our youth is a time to experiment and explore, be curious, and to take risks. I think playing it safe is the worst thing that you could probably do, but to each their own. What you go through could be completely different from my journey, and that's okay as well. But yeah, we have time. Act like you have time. YOLO, like you only live once. Um, yeah, just really do your best what you can with your time. Also, another conversation is in America, I feel like, or in the Western world, we have this type of hyperproductivity state. It's very masculine, very doing oriented. What can I do today? It's very goal and physical, like being. Um, it's a very physical state, like, and that puts a lot of stress and pressure on people. So I want to call that into our attention as well, and just examine it because it's not worth burning out yourself in your youth just because of the societal pressures or whatever else is going on. Be aware because that is something that I've picked up on. Like in the Western world, I think that there's like this message of you have to keep going, even if you're tired, even if you don't want to, you have to keep going. And I don't think that's necessarily healthy for every single one of us. I think everyone is different, and you should definitely be able to go at your own pace and not feel pressured by what other people are doing or what is expected. Um, yeah, so be aware of how you're operating in these states. Love. We are young. If you're watching this, probably, I don't know, I don't mean to assume, but I'm young. I'll say that. I am young. And love is another field that I am trying to navigate. So healthy partners, looking for people who match what I am looking for instead of operating on a level of desperation and lack that gives off a different vibe than someone who knows their worth and who is very selective. These are very different interpretations and feelings and vibrations that people can pick up on. So I used to give off the desperation, like I want someone to love me vibe, and that got me nowhere. That got me nowhere. And then I started working on my relationship with myself. And here I am. I think that I'm better off without people, and people just flock to me. And it's kind of fun, but it's also a little unnerving because I haven't been in this situation before. W- Attention, who is she? I like attention, I do, from the right people. From the right people. So, this is a new area that I'm navigating relationships. Um, it's tricky shit because everyone is different. So you will come across different experiences, different boundaries with, you know, this person versus that person. I want to look for chapstick. Okay. Also, I think now would be a good time to mention that I am interested in polyamory, which is having multiple relationships at once. And so this is something that I'm also trying to navigate. It is still very new to me right now. And thanks to social media, I have some resources and a little bit of guidance. But again, this is uncharted territory. I don't know anyone else in my family that I can like reach out to. I don't know any friends who partake. I don't really know any friends who partake in this. So for the most part, I am on by myself. And my intentions in love are different from other people. So, really getting clear on that is very important. Intention, like another video I posted, is very important with what you do with your time. What is your intention for your time? What is your intention for love? All of these things. So, yeah, polyamory, multiple partners. And having to explain this and what I want and knowing what I want is very, very, very important because if I don't know what I want, what I seek in another person, then when that comes, I may or may not miss it. Um, Also, it helps with communicating with the partner, the other person I am interacting with, when I know exactly what I want and they know exactly what they want, and maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle, or it's fine. You know what I mean? But that's something to take into consideration. Like everyone's intentions are different. Like I personally, I'm done with the hookup phase. Like I think it's annoying and it's a waste of time, and it's just entanglements for no fucking reason. So I am seeking other things other than like a sneaky link or shit like that, friends with benefits. Like that is not my intention and I know that so I can move accordingly. And then when someone presents themselves to me who does not fit that, then I can move accordingly. You know what I mean? So having your own intention and being connected to yourself in that way is grounds you. You know what you're doing and you feel for the most part like secure. And then whatever happens, you will deal with it then. But that's a really important part of love and like your youth. And I personally, like, I get it. For me, I think the most important aspect of like dating in my 20s is finding healthy partners. Finding healthy partners and learning more about mating because we are animals. Humans are animals. I really do believe that there is a science to all of this stuff. Finding the perfect match for you or whatever, if you want to go that far. Um, and not that I'm seeking necessarily a perfect match. I think my intention long term is marriage. So that's why I want to do polyamory so that I can rotationally date and have kind of like rotation and see who comes in and out of my life. And I'm just gaining information. That's really my intention when I'm dating is to connect with as many different people, find who could possibly be the best partner. And I have parameters and I have a love list, what I'm seeking for in a partner. But these interactions really do help me gain a better understanding of what I like, what I work well with, what I don't work well with. So that's a little insight. Rotational dating is super duper new to me, very new. As of right now, I have one partner that I've been serious with, and we have spoken about polyamory before. They are on the same page as I am, but it's still uncharted territory. Like in reality, we're still young. We don't know what the fuck is happening. So yeah, gain experience, be curious, and explore. Now is the time to take risks, especially in your youth, but be smart about it. That's literally my main point. Always like be conscious of what you are doing, what you are partaking in. Is it really worth your time and energy? Because some things that we could partake in may not benefit us long term. That leads me to my other point, instant gratification. So, in love, why I don't think that hookup culture benefits me anymore. I mean, I'm saying this now, but generally, I could change my mind tomorrow or whatever. I could find something else that works better for me. So, in this moment, this is what I have to say, but who knows if I change my mind in the future. Um, term and versus instant gratification. I feel like instant gratification is when you are seeking a partner and you find that like anyone will work and then you do your due and then you're attached to them. That's how instant gratification works in my head when it comes to love. Like, um, versus really going through a courting phase and experiencing the person for who they are without being super physical with them in the beginning, straight from the bat. Because I feel like when we become physical with another person, we fantasize and we get a lot more involved in the relationship than if we were to like act like they were a stranger and treat them like a stranger. Like, I don't really know you. You know what I mean? Like be a little skeptical, be a little distant in the beginning. This is my way of navigating this field. You can be completely different. Whatever works for you, that's great. But for me personally, like, yeah, this person that I want to create something with possibly, I don't know who they are. So if I wait 3 months before doing anything, kissing them or getting intimate with them. If I wait 3 months, that should give me an adequate, I think so, adequate um, amount of time before I can make the decision. Like, yes, this person is basically who they say they are. I trust them. I've built this foundation and I'm willing to make the decision to proceed from there. Of course, do whatever the fuck works for you. I did not do this with my first relationship, if I'm being honest. We moved very fast. I don't really like moving fast anymore. I want to take it slow. I want to get to know people before I make them a big part of my life. Not everyone is like this. I don't want to be desperate anymore. That's what I was doing. Like, I was just like, when I was desperate, I was like, you would feed me crumbs and I would eat them the fuck up. I would be like, yes, this is the best meal ever. It was a waste of time. It was sad. It's because I didn't know my worth. I didn't know what I was looking for, and I was just accepting the bare minimum. But like, and we don't have to do that anymore. We don't. That's why when you get a clear idea of what you want and you have an intention for your youth, for love, for any aspect and area of your life, then you move different because whatever does not meet this intention, whatever is not in alignment, it will just feel off. And you would know that. So, yeah, the moral of the story is live life to the fullest, be smart, enjoy, but also think about your future. Okay. Like the decisions that you make right here, right now, today will eventually impact you in the future. All about like good karma, keep that thing rolling. It's very important. I want you to be happy where you are in the next year or 2 or 5 or 10. And that all starts with how you treat the present moment right here, right now, in all areas of your life. Okay, that was a little bit about me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to have a discussion in the comments down below. So if you have anything you would like to say or share, I'd love to read it. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever you are experiencing. Okay. Much when I say good night. Ciao.